So, hello everyone, and welcome back to STW Sports. I'm host Samuel Wright, and I'm joined by Mansfield Town fan Craig. And Craig, welcome to the show. A pleasure to meet you. And we're going to start off by talking about Mansfield Town season. Currently 8th in League Two, of course, but only outside them playoffs on goal difference. Only 3 points off the automatics as well. Sum up the season so far. It's been obviously picked up form a lot, Mansfield, and overall it's been a pretty good campaign, and it's not over yet.
At the start, it was very not good because we were basically where Stevenage are now, right at the bottom, and those teams as well. And now we've sort of gone up the other end and try to produce what we want to expect from them, and that's some form of magic. And now that somehow we've gone from 23rd to 8th in a matter of games, and it's quite of a trek from where we've come from and where we've got to. So
yeah, it's been very eventful this season, of course. I mean, I followed Mansfield quite a lot at the start of the season. They were struggling a little bit. What do you think the run of form's down to, though? Why do you think things all of a sudden clicked? I mean, 16 wins in 23 games is fantastic form. It's definitely promotion form, 16 wins in 23. What do you put that down to, Craig?
I will put that down to the mentality and what the players have to go through every day as a professional football player. And yeah, it's not easy, but I think it's down to the mentality side of things, and yeah, that sort of thing. And yeah, that's basically just that mentality.
Excellent. Also, as well, I was going to ask about Nigel Clough, of course, the current manager of Mansfield, obviously closing in on 100 games. I mean, 83 games in charge he's out of the club now. So he's had a fair time there, really, and he was under a bit of pressure earlier on in the season, but he's certainly turned it round at the moment. What are your thoughts on Clough and his overall time at the club?
I think Clough's done a fantastic job, because the other past managers that we've had, apart from Paul Cox, because obviously he got us promoted in that season, apart from him, no other manager has got us to this far, apart from Flitcroft in that season where we should have gone up, but MK Dons didn't let us get past them. So apart from that, he's the only other manager that's got us this far. So hopefully we've got 9 games left, 10 games left now, something like that. So hopefully in this last remaining games we can obviously try and squeeze in some wins and obviously rack up some points. So yeah.
Well, on Saturday, Craig, you have probably the biggest game of the season for Mansfield. You do host Northampton Town. If you beat Northampton Town, you will go level on points from them. They currently occupy that 3rd spot as well. Obviously, you're also relying on other results around you, of course, to go your way then. But massive game on Saturday against Northampton, Craig. How confident you feel going into that one?
I mean, well, if we win, we'll go to at least 4th place, I believe. If we because obviously it's on Exeter and teams like that who are around that area. So obviously they're Exeter are away to Barrow at the weekend. Then there's other teams playing as well. But yeah, I think that last night he was trying to rest some players ready for Saturday, because I think Clough realises that it's probably one of the biggest games we're going to play. And obviously he wants to rest players like Oates, Maris and stuff like that. So that's why he didn't play all of them at the start. So
Yeah, speaking of yesterday's result, though, of course, Craig, very disappointing, really 2-0 up as well and throwing that away and ended up drawing the game 2-all. Hartlepool, obviously, a very tough place to go. Disappointing one, really. And obviously, as a Mansfield fan, I think, in League Two, you do get these sorts of games, though, where it's so hard to call, really. And it is a league where I think anyone can beat anyone phrase. It's very much that true in League Two.
Yeah. I think it's probably a very tough league to get out of. Because as you say, anyone can beat anyone on the actual day, and that's the thing where you've got to think like, are we actually gonna beat these? And then obviously, if a agenda on yourself, thinking, I think we will or we might not, but that's a lot of like thought to think into, and so.
Yeah, and also as well, we're going to talk about some memory questions now as well. And the first one I'm going to ask about is 2013 winning the National League, and obviously you have been in League Two ever since then as well. And what are your memories of that National League title win anyway?
I was actually in the ground when obviously we lifted that trophy, and it was a very it was a very magical day. I would put it, because obviously it was a very big day for us. We lifted that title, and obviously ever since then we've like managed to stay in League Two, and obviously we want to go up to League One. That's our main aim, and I think we will one day, but obviously we've got to fight for the 3 points, and obviously it's some like seasons have been all right, but some haven't. But that's part of being in League Two, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And next one I'm going to touch on as well is your favourite player and manager at the time supporting Mansfield. Obviously, you had a big signing in January, Matty Longstaff coming in, of course. But if you're looking at favourite ever Mansfield player, who stands out for you?
When this season, or like any season?
I'd say any season, really. Any season you've been watching Mansfield.
Oh, that's a tough one. That is I can't. That is a tough one. That is. You've put me on the spot there. If I'd say this season, I'd probably say Reece Oates. If I'd say this season, because he's been probably our best player we've had this season. So probably say him this season, but any season. I've got a few. Christian Pierce is one of them, because obviously he was like a rock at the back, and obviously he helped us massively. Kevin Bird in the old seasons when he was playing, probably say him. He was a good old player back in the day. He was any old player I can think of, really.
Yeah, that's fair enough. No, no worries if you can't think of anyone else. But what about favourite ever manager?
Obviously Paul Cox is one up there. Cluffy, of course. David Flitcroft, because he got us up to 4th, so I'll say him as well. Can't think of anyone else that's probably I can think of in this sort of like era. So
Yeah, no, that is fair enough. And also going to ask as well about what's your favourite ever atmosphere at the One Call Stadium, or even on an away game?
at home, I'll probably say the first game of the season, this season, because obviously it was sold like there were about 6,000 there, or just over, I believe. Then best away game this season I've been to. I've only been to like 2 this season. Probably say Northampton.
Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, Mansfield, of course, do have a fantastic away following. So I imagine there's been some very good away atmospheres down the years. Going to go back into the present now anyway, and just speak about the season. Craig, obviously you mentioned about League Two a little bit earlier, but I mean, looking at the teams around there at the moment in the playoff area, is so tight in there. Which teams for you look the most likely to go up to League One next season?
Obviously, I would say Forest Green. They look promising because obviously there's Sky rocketing up there. So sorry there. Obviously, yeah, I can't remember off by heart like teams who are above us, but Forest Green probably like look more likely to go up because they're on like 60 odd points, aren't they? I believe.
Yeah, Forest Green look like they are the guarantees to go up, but after that though, it's anyone's game from second and below.
Yeah, but you know, like my dad said, because obviously he's a massive Stags fan as well. But if you look at it, like he said that after our performance last night, we'll go on to beat Northampton. You just watch. But then I said to him, like, it's going to be tough because obviously they're fighting as well. So
yeah, of course, no, they are a very good team as well. So that's going to be a very, very big game, really, at the One Call Stadium. One of the most anticipated in the Football League at the weekend, no doubt about that. A final question for you as well, well, one of the final questions I'm going to ask you as well, Craig, is your favourite memory as a Mansfield fan overall? Do you have one that stands out? Just a Mansfield fan memory that, you know, made you proud to support the club?
I'll probably say Chesterfield when was it Danny Rose scored? No, wait, no, wait, it was Mal Benning. Sorry, not Danny Rose. Yeah, I'll probably say that game because I was actually there, so probably say that goal was probably like just stood out the most. It's not because of how it was made, because obviously after that we like called him Sir Mal after that, didn't we? So I'll probably say that like probably stands out the most. So
excellent. And also my very final question for you is yours to predict right now where you think Mansfield Town will finish in League Two this season. Where are you saying?
I'll probably say in the playoffs.
Excellent. Well, that's
my honest opinion, but I might be wrong. You know, they might prove me wrong, and like, you know, they might go up to top 3 where they get the automatics. But I'd probably say they'll get into playoffs, and obviously. But hopefully we don't get there and just get top 3. But I'm saying playoffs.
Excellent. Well, that's all we've got time for this evening anyway, Craig. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck to Mansfield Town for the rest of the season.
Hopefully, yeah. It's going to be tough. It's going to be down to the nitty gritty from now to the end of the season. So hopefully, we continue playing well and putting in those fine performances in and see what happens.
Excellent. Yeah, well, that's fantastic, Craig. Thank you very much for your time, and I will see you soon.
Yes, I'll speak to you soon.